All right, so on this day on Saturday, so you do your hike on this day. You don't have to do a hike. Honestly, kind of the whole point of the program is like whatever thing that you're generally like, hey, like this is what I like to do as a hobby. This is something I enjoy. Do that thing on that day. I usually like to, as a matter of preference, it's not probably the ideal way to do things. I like to do my cardio in big blocks. So generally for my training, I will not do cardio all week, and then I would rather just go, I like hiking, I like climbing mountains and stuff. So I would rather be like, okay, like I'm gonna go hike for 3, 4, 5 hours on Saturday. And then it gives me Sunday to rest and recover from that. You know, usually Monday's my it's the upper body day. So you're not hitting legs again until Tuesday. So you have a good like 2 days to recover from your cardio session. But yeah, if you like swimming, you like biking, cycling, running, just regular old running, whatever, do that on Saturday. You like playing sports or going out and, doing, you have some kind of intramural sport, or you're an actual like athlete or training for something, do that. That day is set aside to do that. That being said, if none of that stuff is important to you and you only care about getting big as possible, reach out to me. But what I would do is I would just do more isolation stuff on the weekend. So whatever stuff that you feel like needs extra work, like like I want to get more work for my shoulders. I want more pec development. I want to, or you're more focused on strength. You can always set that Saturday as a side to just work on that stuff. Personally, because I don't really program a lot of cardio in throughout the week. I would still do any of your cardio stuff on Saturday if you're going to do cardio. I highly recommend everybody do cardio on some level. Do something. Cardio is super important, and for a lot of the other training too, especially if you do a lot of the jump training in those higher rep sets, if you don't have like a well-developed aerobic system, it's going to limit your ability to do a lot of your power production stuff. Because we're working with a lot of submaximal intensities for a lot of this. You're not really going to get into maximal intensities unless we're peaking for something or prepping for a competition. So we're doing, sets that last anywhere from 30 to 60 seconds for a lot of this power stuff. And you're just doing jump squats, you have to do repeated sets of that. So if your aerobic system isn't very developed, like you're just going to get gassed out, and it's going to limit the amount of weight training you can do. And this is kind of where you see, especially if you deadlift a lot, for example, and if you don't have a well-developed aerobic system, it's going to limit like how many repeated sets of something like deadlifts you can do. It's going to, because you're just going to get gassed out. You're not going to be able to support these really high volume like leg training sessions. And just in general, it's good for your health. So highly recommend allocate at least an hour towards some kind of cardio or something that's going to work. Just get your heart rate up for at least an hour. Do something. That being said, if you want, you can take Saturday and Sunday. You can do extra stuff. It's up to you. That's really it. I don't really overthink Saturdays too much. The main thing I try to go for is like just do something that's like pretty taxing aerobically, and it's gonna last a long time. It's really like the main thing. So just do something that you like. Like probably at some point, like I would like to get back into doing like jiu-jitsu and like MMA stuff again. So for me, if I ever get back into doing that, I would end up doing that on Saturdays, where like, I'm gonna be at the MMA gym for 2 or 3 hours that day, and I'm not gonna go for a hike, obviously, because that's just too much. And then, like I have a family and stuff, so like I can't just like be out and about, 12 hours a day. Just I'll go do MMA for 3 hours, and I'm gonna go climb this mountain. And I'm just gonna just do stuff forever. But anyways, that's all Saturday's for. Whatever thing, if you care about your performance in a specific event, I would find some metric that you do care about. So for me, like I'm generally more interested in climbing. So if I was gonna track like my performances and stuff like that, generally what I would do is I would do like elevation gain per hour is a way I would track it. If I was running, you can go distance per hour. If you're using like aerobic, any kind of cardio equipment like bike, you can do calories, you can do watts, whatever you prefer to track it with, go with that. For people, I'm gonna have more options later on for people that want to train cardio more in the program. I don't have that stuff currently, but for people that are, reach out to me, and then I can start building out some programming for more aerobic stuff throughout the week. If you don't like doing your aerobic stuff in one giant block on Saturday, by all means, spread it out throughout the week. You know, if you like doing your weightlifting session and you want to put 20 or 30 minutes into the bike or whatever at the end of your session, by all means do that. And then you don't have to be like, oh, I'm going to do like 3 hours of cardio on Saturday. So you have options there. You don't have to do it that way. That's just how I prefer to do it. And I think it generally for a lot of people it works within kind of like their lifestyle. So that's why I have it set up that way. But if you want to do it differently, by all means, feel free to do that.